are you? I'm so glad you're here. So I have to apologize that I haven't posted in a while. Honestly, between 4th of July, Father's Day, and I had a few classes that I had lined up for the month, I didn't get a chance to make this video. Now, this is the Q&A where all of you sent me your questions about how to take care of your hair and just um, products, how to style. So I went through all of them and I tried to kind of condense them. And I hope that this does help. I think I'm going to need to break this up into two videos because I did get a lot, especially on curly hair and textured hair. So I broke this up in two, and so I hope that this helps. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. If I missed anything, please just let me know, and I will find out for you, and I'll get those answers to you as quickly as possible. So let's start off with the first one. Now, the first one I thought was really good because this is something where I think a lot of people have a problem with it when they have curly or textured hair. And the question was, what do you recommend for washing curly hair? So curly hair, because of the molecular structure of the curl, it's hard for it to get moisture. So it has a tendency of lacking moisture. So the best thing to do is get shampoos and conditioners that have plenty of moisture. They're moisture based, they're hydrating. So you always want to see hydrating. I would say stay away from anything with proteins like shea moisture that has a lot of protein, anything with wheat that has a lot of protein. And if you have really coarse, thicker curls, and much stronger, it's going to be harder to get moisture in. So what happens is too much protein will dry out the hair. So you definitely want to use something that is hydrating and moisturizing. I would highly suggest asking your stylist what they would think that would work for you. I would personally would recommend for someone with curly hair. There's actually three of them that Kevin Murphy carries that I think are perfect for all textures of curls. It's the hydrate, rinse, wash and rinse. Wash means shampoo, rinse means conditioner in the Kevin Murphy line. Then there's smooth again. That one's really nice as well because it does leave a lot of moisture and it controls the frizziness. So if your curls tend to be a little bit on the coarser side or tend to be a little frizzy, this is a really good foundation for them. Also, the Young Again is really nice. Actually, it's really great for all types of hair. But that's another really nice one because it has a lot of nutrients and again, the moisture and the hydration. So that's a really great foundation for any curled or textured hair. So you want to look for moisture, nothing um, with protein. The only time I would say anything with protein is if like your curly hair, like you're doing a lot of highlights and balayage and you're really blonding it, then I would definitely say use a protein, like a strengthening protein, at least, once a month, or even before your visits. But that's not probably the only time I would suggest that for curly hair because it really does need all the moisture and hydration as possible. Also, I received also another one on curly hair is how do you take care of the curly hair from getting frizzy and dried out? Which I thought, oh wow, they kind of go together. So when you have that foundation of the wash and conditioner, you want to also at the end when you go to before you style your hair when you're out of the shower, you want to start with a really good leave-in conditioner, something that's going to really hold that moisture. So I would highly suggest like Untangled is a really good one from Kevin Murphy. I love that one. It also has UV protection as well. So there are so many out there that that are really moisture based. Leave-in conditioners. I know Davines has some really nice ones. Um, Fulton King. Also, what is it? Oh, I think it's called Seven Heaven or something. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. But again, you want to use a really nice leave-in conditioner before you start styling your hair. It's going to really help to close down the cuticle of the curls and allow the moisture to stay in that you just washed your hair with. So then with that, you're going to use the leave-in, and then you're going to use a smoothing and defrizzing product line. So there's like Smooth Again or Killer Curls from Kevin Murphy. Those ones are really nice ones. I'm only going to suggest, sorry, is the Kevin Murphy because that's the one I use. I also use Hairstory, so that's another really wonderful line that you can use for all textures of hair and especially for curly hair. That's another really great line because that one is very moisture, very hydrating for the hair. That one has also hair balm that's excellent. You can use that as both a leave-in and a styling product, and it doesn't really weigh heavy on your hair, so your curls won't fall. It'll just really help to bounce them. Those are the ones I would suggest. So a leave-in conditioner, Untangled, or hair balm from Hairstory. I would also suggest using a styling product like Smooth Again or Killer Curls. That's really going to help to hold your curl in and keep it from frizzing and getting really wild throughout the day. So then another one that I had gotten a question, which was fantastic. It was the next day hair for curly hair. So with curly hair, you don't want to wash it every day because, again, you want to keep the moisture in. So you don't want to wash it out too often. So for the next day, after you have your leave-in, you had all those products in your hair from the day before, what you could do the next morning is you could take your spray bottle, spray your hair with it, and really damp it up really good, and then take a wide tooth comb, very wide tooth comb, and then comb it through, and that's going to help to break up a little bit of the products from the day before. Then what I would suggest to do is just maybe take a little bit, like a diamond size of maybe hair balm, or also the Smooth Again from Kevin Murphy, and just kind of emulsify in your hair and work it into your hair again. And then you can go in and diffuse it with your diffuser, or you could just allow it to just air dry. I would suggest when you wet it down with the spray bottle to refresh it and break up that all the products from the day before, just lightly spray it down a little bit with Untangled, which is a really nice leave-in conditioner, or just use just a whatever leave-in conditioner you have at home. Just do a light spritz on it. That's really going to also help throughout the day, just so that way it doesn't frizz on you, and you're closing down the cuticle after wetting it as well. So that's a really great way to get that next day hair. You could also, something that I even do with my own hair, even though it's straight, what you could do is before you even wet it or anything, you could just spray a little bit of a dry shampoo at your roots, and then down in this area, you just kind of want to wet it up a little bit, just damp it so you could restyle it. And you could do this also um, if you have straight hair. You could just do your dry shampoo. Make sure you don't wet your roots. You're just kind of using the dry shampoo here, and then you're down here in this area from here down. You're just kind of spritzing it and just lightly wetting it just ever so, and then you could go back in and do a quick blow dry or restyle it again, and that really does help. So that's a good tip for the next day for curly hair. Another one, again, this was a really good one, and this was what if someone has oily scalp and then they have dry hair. This I've seen on so many people with either straight or curly. This happens to everybody. Now, when your scalp is oily but your hair is dry, there is a pH imbalance. And usually you think like, oh, I need to wash my hair because it keeps getting oily, but my hair keeps getting dry. So there's a few things that you can do. So one is to start using a shampoo that allows your scalp to get rebalanced again. So one that Kevin Murphy again has is the balancing shampoo. That one is really good because that will really help to uh, to control the scalp from overproducing all those oils. Mainly because it's not stripping the scalp anymore of the oils, and that's really the reasoning why it's doing that. So whatever shampoo you're using, it's over drying the scalp, and so then the sebaceous glands on the scalp are overproducing the oil. That's where you have the imbalance. But then if it's doing that to your scalp, over drying it, that's why your ends are so dry, because the shampoo and the conditioner you're using are pretty much imbalancing your whole hair. So you definitely want to just switch lines, and then I would say in the beginning, you probably would want to wash your hair like every other day, maybe every day for the first week till you balance it. Then after that, I would go every other, and then try to spread it where you're only washing your hair maybe 2 to 3 times a week. You really don't want to wash your hair more than 3 times a week. It can be over drying. Another really great wash to use to help balance that is at Hairstory. They have the deep wash. That one's really nice that you can use, and you can use that on the scalp, and it will help to start conditioning your hair. You could also use the New Wash Original. These these products will definitely help to rebalance the scalp from scalp to ends. So that's usually what's going on there. There's an imbalance of your pH on your scalp, and it's due to whatever you're using. Um, Now, if you feel like the the shampoo that you're using um, is is a is a good line, maybe there's another product within the line that you're using that would be actually more beneficial for you. Because sometimes in one line, even in Kevin Murphy, there's Davines and Aveda, they have multiple shampoos and conditioners within their line. But sometimes there's specific ones within all their entire line that doesn't really suit you. That maybe there's something else within their line that would be a better fit for you. So that might also be another issue that's happening, is you're using the improper shampoo and conditioner for your hair. So these are so far the beginning parts of the questions. I have so many more. I'm thinking that this is probably as much as we're going to go through, because there are more detailed ones as well. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped. If you have any questions in regards to the products I was mentioning, or if maybe you're having some of those similar issues with the imbalance of your scalp, or even any imbalances with your curly hair, please leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to find those answers for you. And if I could help you in any way, please reach out. I would love to share more with you. So I will come again to finish off the Q&A with all of you. And you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.